You have entered the Chronic's rabbit hole. And Matt, thank you so much for your Patreon membership request and for bringing something somewhat familiar back down again. You let us know about the ultras very recently, and now you're bringing something called the fans who literally built their club, Union Berlin. That's a team that I have actually heard about but don't know the story about. So I'm really excited to check this out because Matt, you also provided your own video of your own view from the stadium.
Oh, that's cool.
Maybe you're a fan yourself, but the video is 11 years old and is in the meantime, Union managed to get promoted to the Bundesliga and will be playing their 8th consecutive season in the German top-tier football league this year. Nevertheless, the principles and ideals remain present and are lived out by the fans. The video therefore aims to provide an insight into fan culture and the challenges of preserving it, using Union Berlin as an example.
Very cool.
That is great, especially after checking the ultras and getting to see how that kind of provides into building a team yourself to get you into the actual Bundesliga. That's where Bayern Munich play and all that. Yep. That was a team I was talking to you about recently. So that's really incredible. And thank you so much, Matt.
Thank you so much, Matt. I'm really excited to get into this. I was never really a big sports person growing up and stuff like that. So I played like lacrosse in high school, but that was about it. So this has been really cool for me getting to know about football or soccer, as we call it over here in North America.
Yeah.
Which I don't know why we had to be different, but apparently
I know why,
but it's been really cool getting to learn about the ultra fandoms that are around soccer and the different leagues, and then now even getting to learn more about soccer with the Union Berlin league that's been created by the fans. That's really cool to get to know about. So thank you for bringing this down our way.
To support one of your own supporters' channels, we're going to hit the subscribe button, we're going to hit the like button, and we're going to hit the play button. Amazing. I love the atmosphere at a football match. There's nothing like it.
What a fantastic atmosphere. That just makes you want to dance. It makes you want to get up. It makes you want to move and be a part of it. And just like, that's the thing that I love about sports. Even though I was never really into sports, there's such a camaraderie when you're at a sports team, but there's also a battle because the other guys are sitting across from you, right?
So of course, that's what makes the fans and the actual seats like devastatingly intense sometimes.
Because you're trying to be louder than the other side.
Exactly.
And sometimes I remember, at least at hockey games, and I've been to like some hockey games that my cousins were playing in, so like very, very minor league, the ref would try to like play the sides against each other, be like, who's going to be louder, different things like that. So there were always, fun little competitions had throughout, even if it was just competitions from the fans themselves.
Of course. Also, with the World Cup going on, if you're from Germany, I am very sorry about what happened. That was a tough one. I feel for you there too. As Canadians, we're feeling pretty good ourselves here too. So we're getting a little ultra on our side. But let's go check out Union Berlin right now.
Last week, I was in Hamburg, finding out about the amazing relationship between FC St. Pauli and its fans.
Oh, nice.
A lot of clubs, you have great atmosphere, but the St. Pauli atmosphere, I would say, is very special.
The identity of St. Pauli is shaped integrally by the supporters.
Now, St. Pauli are famous all around the world for being a club with a difference, but just 250 miles east in Berlin, there's something equally special going on with an equally impressive fan base and another truly unique football story. This is FC Union Berlin.
Nice. Berlin, I love it.
We're a very fan-based club with a very tight relationship between the fans and the club and the players, and I think this is something that makes Union actually.
When we sing unser Verein, our club in there, we mean it, it is our club.
Union
Ja.
Berlin, denke ich, hat besondere Fans, die besonders fanatisch sind, die besonders zu ihrem Verein stehen.
Everybody here has a heart for the club. He lives the club. He lives the club in every moment.
It's what they always describe as kind of a family thing. I think that's true. It feels like that for me.
At Copenhagen, we always try and start with the fans' perspective, but this club really is different. So we're starting at the top with the president. Dirk Zingler is not your average
They're
club
all the
president.
fans.
He's a rabid Union fan, and he runs the club in exactly the way you'd expect from a supporter.
Dirk Zingler, he's the president of the club. He comes from the terraces as well.
You can see him walking around the stadium and talking to you and me. So I think that that's part of keeping it to the fans, that he is just like among the fans actually.
We know that he feels the same like we feel, that the real fan feels during the game.
When the club was really down in 2004, he is a pretty successful businessman and he stepped in and then he was elected president. It was really like the transition from a fan over like a sponsor to the president within a couple of months, basically.
He runs the management, top management in a very collegiate fashion, bringing players in. He signs the check, but they have a group of about 4 of the middle managers who all say, tick, 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 this person's good for the club. Even the head of media has to say, yes, Zingler has said in the past, I don't even have to know anything about this player. If all my 4 lieutenants say he's the right man for Union, I sign the check.
Wow.
What's that about?
Nothing personal about that. I mean, when you have, like, when you're at the top, you can't always be the scouter.
Exactly.
So you have to make sure your scouters and your reporters are good. We just watched House of Dragon, and the reporter for the King had to bring some information, and he just didn't even want to hear it, right? Because he didn't respect his report. So a good president has to respect the reporters, because when you sometimes find a hidden gem, not everyone else is going to know about him. It was you who found him.
Exactly.
Union. that was exactly the time when Mr. Zingler was elected president, or was a year later. Union was totally broke, and we were close to being cut off from any, like professional football whatsoever.
In Germany, if you donate blood, you get money for it. Many Unioners went to the, is it called blood bank?
Yeah, blood bank.
And donated blood, received the money and transferred it to the club.
How many pints are we talking of blood here?
I don't know. It's too long ago.
Of course, this idea of bleeding for Union. This is so heartwarming.
Bleeding for Union.
It as a slogan, as a catchphrase, it stood, and we finally succeeded.
Wow.
I've seen a lot of badges, flags, banners and tattoos which profess to show fans' love of their club.
That's putting your blood on the line, eh?
Yeah,
Good
no
for
kidding.
them. That's interesting that you can make money by donating blood.
You can't in Canada. There's a lot of things. So that's a really interesting concept. I believe in America you can also
I'm
make
not sure.
money by donating blood, but very interesting concept.
Can there be a better metaphor for how strong the bonds between supporters and team can be than literally bleeding for the cause? It really shows the power of boards and officials who understand fans and can make the club be what they all want it to be. One striking example of Union taking a fan-centered stance on wider issues came in 2012 when the German authorities tried to introduce new regulations around stadium going. At a meeting of the top 36 clubs in the country, Union were the only ones to vote against the measures, as they felt that they shouldn't do anything without consulting the fans.
Too many things were wrong about it, and we said, no, sorry, we can't agree with that. If we discuss it under this topic, everyone's a potential criminal. You can try to find new regulations, but if you don't talk to the people you want to address, how do you think you can reach them? That was our point of view on this. There was a very special date, a very special meeting of all the clubs in Frankfurt to sign this regulation collection, you know? All the presidents of the clubs signed it. There was just one signature missing. That was ours.
Wow. They stand for what they believe in.
As well as being brilliantly democratic and fan-led, Union's stance on protecting the stadium experience is also completely unsurprising when you think about how they came to have their stadium in the first place.
In 2008, the stadium here was just with 3 sides of terracing with no roof over it, weeds coming up through the crumbling concrete, and a little tiny stand that held about 2,000.
We had to renovate or to refurbish the stadium, otherwise we wouldn't have been allowed to play there anymore.
We had the chance to ask the people to say, what would you like? So once it was clear that everyone wanted to keep these standing terraces, not such a difficult way to develop a kind of construction to make it possible to do that with just people like you and me.
And on the first day, it was 1st of July 2008, there were like 200 guys in the morning, at 7 in the morning. People like you and me, people with experience on construction sites, people without any experience like me, and they were there, you know, like with their shovels, and they said, we want to do it.
It was just
That's
amazing
impressive.
to see this grow
That is
under your
impressive.
own hands. It was 2,500 people giving 140,000 hours of work just to keep their stadium here.
And of course, this adds to this legend. It's our thing.
See, that's some passion, y'all. And what I
Yeah.
love about when I was playing soccer growing up, there was a responsibility to represent
Yeah.
Souk. Souk was always known as like hick town. We had a little bridge that, like, if you didn't pass the bridge, you weren't even in the city, so we're in the boony part of it.
Yeah.
That's where we played the soccer games, and like we didn't even have a turf field, so it was just chopped up from the rain and going through it and all. But like I remember the older guys always would tell us, it's just like, you have a responsibility to like wear this badge with some pride.
Mm-hmm.
You know, it's like, know who you are,
Bring
where you
some
came
honor
from.
to Souk.
Yeah, like go and fight so hard because no one thinks you got this. And like a team like this,
Absolutely.
when you're this low, no one thinks they're gonna make it through, and you need to do it yourself.
Mm-hmm.
You know, it's our club, it's our stadium, I build it. And I build it too.
That's so cool.
And I built it too.
Unreal.
Wow.
So not only did the Union fans build the stadium themselves, they now own it too, which means they can have it exactly the way they want it.
In Germany, we are living like in paradise.
We are very proud to have so many standing places. 80%. Wir singen, wir springen, wir tanzen, wir schreien. Das geht viel besser im Stehen.
It's a sellout. It was a sellout 4 or 5 days ago, 22,000.
Sowas ist sehr, sehr besonders, wenn die eigenen Fans das Stadion mit aufziehen, mit bauen. Das ist aber einfach Union. Union bezeichnet sowas, weil Union in jeder Lage zu diesem Verein steht.
It's unique.
Wow.
It is, they say, it is the most beautiful stadium in the world.
So, as you can see, it's
As fellow concert goers, knowing they have a whole stadium with 80% standing capacity, when you go to a concert and you can't stand up, that's actually really annoying sometimes when you want to go all in. So to know you're at this stadium where everyone's just all fans and friends, like you're gonna want to stand and just go rowdy. So like to have that atmosphere, this stadium does feel unique, because like you go to the other stadiums that we're seeing in the World Cup right now, it is not 80% standing.
No, it is not.
Probably not even close to that.
So, as you can see, it's the day after the game, and just as we were told, it all played out like we were expecting. The whole stadium, or at least the vast majority, was standing, cheering, chanting, just enjoying so much more than a football match. And as much as I enjoyed it, all I've been thinking up until this point is just, how come we can't have that across Europe and especially England? And so what I'd like to get out of the rest of my time here in Germany is, some understanding, some tips, anything from people who are involved and the success of German league football so that we can, turn the tide across Europe and especially in England to enjoy the game the way Germany gets to.
The biggest difference between Union Berlin and an English club is that it's member-owned, member-controlled. I'm a member, so Union Berlin is me and 12,000 other people. Even Bayern Munich, it's still a members club. Even Borussia Dortmund, it's still a members club. And they've been allowed to spin off the professional football divisions into a limited company, but under the 50+1 rule, that limited company must still be controlled, not owned necessarily, but still controlled by the members, as to 50% of the votes plus one vote.
They can indirectly vote the president, and they can more or less directly, chop him off as well. So if you did something that they wouldn't fancy at all, they could chop him off. The deal is the club has to do what I say because I'm a club member as well. That's why there are quite some ways we can revolt against, unpopular decisions.
You've got a voice and you've got direct communication with the president as fans. You can constantly talk to and have a proper. That's can we get that in England? Is that possible? Or is it just too late?
If you wanted to get that, you would have to really turn things around from the basis.
You can't take an existing Premier League club and turn it into a members club. But yeah, you can start from scratch.
Yeah.
If you have the patience and have a Phoenix club and then work your way up. And yeah, more power to their elbows at FC United and AFC Wimbledon.
What's become apparent to me is that this incredible culture that German football fans are currently enjoying hasn't come quickly. It's come because they've set principles and organisational structures from their foundations, they've fought for them and they've held on to them until now and long into the future. And whilst this might seem out of reach for fans of clubs from Europe and of course England, one subject that keeps coming up in speaking to German football fans is the story of fan-owned clubs like FC United of Manchester, where football fans here have told us that they're on the way to enjoying football the way they get to here. And whilst no, it might not be the same as having your Premier League team instantly turn into something like Union Berlin, I can guarantee you that the way you get to contribute to your club, mould its principles and celebrate the team is far more valuable than any on-pitch success. I strongly encourage everyone to get out here and see how great football can be when fans have a proper say in the running of their football club.
No kidding.
No kidding. Well said.
Like, if anyone had that opportunity with their favorite team and location, I think they would take that opportunity as well. But what it takes to do that, as they said, it's like, well, if you're going to try to do this, like, you can't start from the top. You got to work your way from the bottom. You got to put in your own effort. You got to put in your own money. You got to come and support the whole time.
You got to bleed for it.
You got to literally bleed from it and be a little lucky and win too, because you got to win to get up the divisions as well, right?
You do, absolutely. So you have to have a good team that you're backing. You have to be able to put in your blood, sweat, and tears. You have to put your finances behind it. You have to make sure that it's something that you want to go ultra for.
Mm-hmm.
And I think that's what United Berlin is all about. Is it shows like where ultra is a positive.
No kidding, right?
At the most extreme sense, where they're like, hey, all these rules you're making would even make us criminals. Right? Yeah. So, like, we're ultra. We can't do this.
Yeah.
But we can't do this because we're ultra, but we're ultra in all the best ways.
Yeah, absolutely.
So, like, I really like this. I loved being able to see that 35-second clip from Matt about
just the atmosphere.
Just the atmosphere of being in there while they're all chanting and cheering, because it's such a uplifting, positive atmosphere as well. And that's the thing that, like, really makes me want to go and see sports games, because, like, there's something about just the atmosphere that gets you going.
Oh, honey,
gets you
I know.
Hyped, right? So, like,
we'll be going then.
It's
Sounds
just
good.
fantastic.
She finally said we're going to the sports game. That's amazing. Matt, you did it for me. Thank you so much. We're going to take it soon. But anyways, thank you so much, my brother. Thank Chronicans for being here. If you did have a good time, please hit the like button on your way out. If you know anything else about Union Berlin or any other soccer like stories like this, please let us know in the comments below too, because this is incredible. Subscribe if you're not a Chronican yet, and if you want to be like Matt, you can get your own reaction requests if you join our Patreon free trials, where we have 4 tiers with 2 of them that will provide you with the monthly requests. But we are now exiting the Rebel, folks.
Thank you so much, everyone, for being here with us. This was a ton of fun. I can't wait to see more from Matt coming down the rabbit hole. Peace and love, everyone.
God bless y'all.
Take care, and bye for now. Hey, thank you for making it to the end of the video. It's so good to see you here. And if you would like to continue in supporting us in our future endeavors, you can do so by supporting us over here. And if you really like this band or artist that you listen to in this video, you can support them right here. And we think you might like this video right here. So remember to click it and continue on your trip down the rabbit hole.
Thank you so much, Chronicans.
Thank you so much. Peace and love.